Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome to the start of a new campaign on the channel. Today we are going to be playing some Moe Reich, specifically a campaign that I've wanted to do for a while ever since I found out what family was in charge of this particular nation. We're going to be taking a trip back to China, which I don't think I've played in about a year, where Ma Fuxiang is going to be in charge, aka the matriarch of the Satsuki clan, or not Satsuki clan, the Kiryuin clan from the anime Kill la Kill, which is one of my favorites animes ever. Definitely a, would I say it's top 5? Top 7, absolutely. Anyway. So yeah, Ragyo, Kiryuin, and the rest of her family are potential leaders. So we're going to be playing as them here in China. Also, a lot of work went into China, and I definitely have not played every single one of the governments yet. So I want to do that. Now, there's going to be actually, no, I'll talk about it. We're going to be doing something a little bit later on that I'll talk about when we get there. But long story short, I'm going to be making a guide of this nation at some point, or at least a certain mechanic of it. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe I'll put it out when I also put this video up, or maybe I'll do it during this series. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But this is probably my first brand new non-live stream campaign of 2021, even though I'm recording this in 2020. So let's see. Let's take a look here. So this is the Ma clique. We are Ma Fuxiang, considered one of the founders of the Ma family clique that has cemented itself in the Northwest, serving under many others in his family under Dong Fuxiang. He managed to make a name for himself in the Boxer Rebellion by serving in the Kansu Braves. By the dawn of the Xinhai Revolution, him and his nephew Ma Hongbin protected Catholic missions, while figures against Ma Anliang fought in the name of the Qing against the Republicans. While Anliang managed to secure victories during the revolution, the inevitable fall of the dynasty caused Anliang and the rest of the family to declare loyalty to the Republic. Anliang passed away not long afterwards, leaving Fuxiang as the unifying figure of the Northern Ma clique. Fuxiang's main goal, that still remains true, was to ensure that they do not lose their position in the Northwest. Before he knew it, him and the rest of the family were siding with the Guominjun as they occupied Lower Gansu in a bloody campaign. This didn't last for long, however, as he with the rest of the family following him, betrayed the Guominjun and sided with the Zhili, an alliance that has lasted Fuxiang nearly a decade at this point. Being named governor of Gansu in Suyuan, Fuxiang's constant allegiance switching finally paid off. Now, leading a more peaceful life, Fuxiang holds a key role in the Northwest. Being the head of the Tibetan and Mongolian Affairs Commission, he oversees relations with these two rather hostile groups. On top of this, his new mission is humanizing the Huis to the Han through his own unique blend of Confucian and Islamic beliefs that have managed to have moderate success, with some even citing him as a scholar. A decade of peace has been brought by, that's probably supposed to say bought, by Fuxiang, one that will last for as long as he does. So I'm sure he's going to last forever, right? Like, this isn't a war game, right? Right, it's a visual novel. So we get Hero of the Northwest modifier, which is increasing our stability. It lowers the improved relations maintenance cost, trading time is down, and daily political power gain is down. It goes up by half a point. Caesar, what the heck are you doing? Get down. Down. There we go. Okay, so I'm going into this blind. I've not actually played them before. So obviously we have to start with this 3-province plan, which is going to take 105 days, so that kind of stinks. And then I guess in the meantime, we'll figure out what to go from there. So basically the political power is split between these different areas here. And as many of you know, as I'm sure you know, one of the early wars in the game is going to be, we're going to probably get stuck, we're going to get sandwiched between Mongolia and Tibet, so we need to be thinking immediately how we are going to survive that. Okay, Field Marshal, well, it's got to be Ma Fuxiang, right? Let's see here. We'll split the army for now. Is this a demilitarized zone of some kind? Unfortunately, it looks that way. So if I did this... Wait, what the heck? Stop it. Yeah, it won't let me. Or, I guess it will. But, yeah, I can't actually move over there. So, that's fine. We'll get just outside the zone. We're also going to change this color. And then the other half of you go over here to the border with Mongolia. Because we got one bad bitch up there we don't want to mess with. We're going to have to mess with, though. Okay, first things first, let's increase, let's get better infantry equipment. I always like to do that immediately. And I probably should get the industry thing, but we'll go with the electronic engineering. Now, where's our capital? Right here. In Jining. Until I think of something better to do, we're just going to work on infrastructure there. Let's see, we've got these army reforms here that, just like with the rest of the Chinese governments, we got to improve it over time. That's going to cost command power. And in the meantime, eventually we can create the capital of China if we own Jingzhou, which will give us decisions that can integrate provinces. So, of course, this is the long-term goal, hopefully. Introduction to the Ma Clique. I was about to get into their history, but it looks like they're going to do it for me. It's been a while since I've been in China, so I forget how much they go into. The Ma Clique is comprised of a multitude of Chinese governors who have been serving the Qing family ever since the 1880s. The Ma family itself is not one giant family, but three that have divided power in the ruling area. The first family has been overshadowed after the family head Ma Anliang died in 1918. Now primarily led by the second and third families, the clique has had a prosperous reign over its territory since. Incidentally, there's going to be spoilers for Kill la Kill mentioned probably by me or things that'll be clear in the game throughout this campaign. So go watch the whole series and then come back. Anyway, the Xinhai Revolution led to the Ma's under Anliang to initially side with the Qing, but when defeat was inevitable, defecting to the Republic. Afterwards, forcing both the Mongols to the north and Tibet to the south to recognize the Republic as a legitimate government. The Ma's kept an air of stability inside northwest China. As Ma Anliang soon died in 1918, with the clique being primarily divided in two. The Ma clique under Ma Fuxiang holding Gansu and Ningxia, and the southern clique under Ma Ji, based in soon-to-be Qinghai. The clique was still somewhat united in who they sided with, however, with the Guominjun soon occupying southern Gansu, forcing the Ma's to side with Feng Yongjiang. After the reality of the Guominjun's condition became more clear, all the warlords except for a small few defected from their side over to the Zhili. Staying loyal to the Zhili through the Qing Restoration and beyond, the Ma's have become trusted figures by most, if not all, the cliques as valid protectors of the Northwest intent to keep the land Chinese. Now also ruling over Sui Yuan, the clique prospers as vital members of the Qing dynasty ready to fight for what they believe in. Let us hope Fuxian stays healthy. Well, everybody's talking about how healthy Fuxian is, so yeah, I guess she's going to be really healthy forever. I like this portrait because this one kind of looks like a digital painting. You know, you can kind of see brush strokes on her, a little bit different than some of the usual art, so that's cool. You know, change of paces are nice. Let's get different colors here. Something like that, maybe. And then you will be black. There we go. Okay. So, let's see who we got here. Ah, Ma Honghui. The best waifu for Laifu. Lady Satsuki herself. And who else have we got here? Whoa, that really sticks out. We got Ma Jian, Han Yuwen here. What have we got here? Urban Assault Specialist. Well, there's not like there's a lot of urban areas out here. I think even this capital is considered, yeah, it's considered plains. I do like this province indicator here. So this is Qinghai province. And then over here is Gansu province. And then this is Ningxia province. This area right here. Okay. So we have a couple of urban assault specialists. That's interesting. We have lots of cavalry bonuses available to us as well. So Ma Hongkuo, excuse me, gets the infantry leader and trickster. So maybe what we're going to want to do is maybe flip things around so different people are in charge of the different things. Let's take a look at our national spirits. The destruction of Gansu. The Ma clique sided with the Guominjun during the anti-Fengtian War, leading to the Guominjun occupation of Lower Gansu, northern Qinghai, and parts of Ningxia. The most affected by far was Gansu, which held the clique's main way of weapons production, the Tianshu arsenal. The Guominjun tightened their hold and bled the province dry for its limited resources to fund the war effort, leaving both civilian industry and the arsenal itself lying in ruin. While the Ma betrayal in 1926 managed to limit the damage, Gansu is still affected by the events to this day, as Ma Fuxiang focuses his efforts on the affairs within Ningxia and Sui Yuan over Gansu. So this hurts our daily political power gain, production efficiency cap, and growth, but we're going to get more factory output out of it, I guess because we have that arsenal. We have a dispersed society. Northwest China is generally less concentrated in population compared to the east. Areas like Ningxia, Qinghai, and Upper Gansu all have moving populations with few concentrated town populations. One advantage of this is that our people have a history of experience on horseback, along with making aerial, I think I mean like arid lands, sabotage on our people more difficult. Maybe not, actually. On the downside, the lack of people willing to settle reduces our already backwards technological capacity. So research speed is down, but our division limit goes up, and we get bonuses to cav attack and defense. Finally, we have the Hanhui divide, which lowers our stability, war support, and trade deal opinion factor. Although Ma Fuxiang's efforts in merging Confucian and Islamic ideals has managed to humanize Hui people to the Han populace within the Northwest, the Hui are still largely looked upon as beasts. It will take many more years of adjustment to truly dispel this belief. So all that can be done for now is wait for their accommodation. Okay. So then, okay, it looks like here, the reconstruction of Gansu, this is what's going to help with the destruction of Gansu thing. Once we're at war, we can mobilize the people with this this focus. Okay. We have an emergence scheme here. It's going to be struggles for Qinghai. Huh. Ma Lin. Which one's Ma Lin? Ma Lin is not a general, I think. Like that, we got Field Marshal Ma Hongbin there. That's cool. Alright. Yeah. So we've got, let's see, do we want Mako here, or do we want to put Ryuko, aka Ma Bufeng, as our cavalry leader here? Cavalry leader, combined arms expert. You know what? That is what we're gonna do. She's got better attack, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna split these. So move the infantry over to the infantry leader, and move the cav to the cav leader. Wait, okay, so then now we only have 4 here, actually. So it's getting a little bit messy. Infantry expert, perhaps? Although I like the idea of the ambusher. Recon bonus while entrenched, but we're not really going to have support equipment for a while. But, let's take a look at what is our production capabilities right now. We can make infantry equipment and artillery. Oh my goodness, I think we do not even have the capabilities of making support equipment right now. Wow. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, and we are paternal autocrats. So let's get to it and start fast forwarding. So, yeah, throughout this campaign, there probably will be pauses periodically whenever there's an event pop up, just so that I can make a save file. For purposes of making a Ma clique guide later, because I think that probably one of the reasons that the Ma clique is not played as much as the stuff in the East is sometimes it could be a little bit confusing picking your leaders and things like that. Okay. And in the meantime, while we wait for the, what is this, 3 province plan days, what is going on? We're fast forwarding awfully slow. Hold on, what is the issue here? Let me try zooming in on the ocean real quick. Whoop, there goes the tension, and that's kind of spiking the speed. I think it might be something with my computer though. So if I zoom out, it just dies. Huh. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me fix this. Okay, we're back. So it seems to be moving at a... Okay, no, maybe I just jinxed myself. I was going to say it's moving at a better speed. But as soon as that OBS gets up and running, it slows down again. Which I know that the OBS eats up some of the CPU, but... I think my CPU just might be getting burned out. I've had the same one forever. I've never ever replaced it. I don't know. New CPUs cost money though. Might just be overclock time. Hold on, I'm gonna try something else. Be right back. Okay, we're back, and yeah, I just opened up my task manager, and then I found some things that were running, and it was kind of just one of those things where like, oh, well, there's your problem. Didn't know that that was open. So, let's read this event. Ma Fuxiang speaks in Tianshu. With the year coming to a close and the new year of the Ratsu dawning upon us, Fuxiang, despite his weaker state after his heart attack, has addressed the people of Tianshu, the capital of Gansu, speaking on the stability that the Zhili-led Qing government has managed to bring to not only the Northwest, but all of China for the past 10 years, and his gratefulness for their continued support of his governorship of Gansu and Suyuan. Ma Fuxian herself, I'm going to probably try to say her, because, you know, the pictures, has worked herself up to be one of the more trusted officials in the Zhili government. Despite him and her family's defection to the Guominjun during their occupation of Gansu, her subsequent defection to the Zhili has made her be seen as one of the key players at the time. She's spread her political beliefs to her close family of Ma Hongguo and Ma Hongben as well, with Hongben being the current supporter of current governor, of Ningxia, and Hongguo seen as a zealous Zhili supporter. Fuxiang has managed, even in his sickly state, to create a Zhili bastion in the majority of the Northwest. By the end of her speech, the crowd cheered for another year of Fuxiang. Truly a great woman. And we get political power from it. Nice. Also, let's see here. We got early mobilization going on for us and limited conscription. Okay, Ma Lin is now going to address the Jingning Council. Ma Lin, who is the current governor of Qinghai, which is, that's this demilitarized zone down here, of Qinghai, is different from her counterparts in the northern clique greatly. Lin succeeded her brother Ma Qi after his death in 1931, and very much comes from the same vein as him. Unlike Fuxiang, who deeply believes in a mix of Confucianist and Islamic values to humanize the Hui in the eyes of the Han, Lin believes that the Hui belief in Islam is sacred, and while they are still Chinese, must have their own beliefs respected by the Hans. This has caused a defiant attitude among him and her and a select few others in the Jingning Council, with this group being the last to defect against the Guominjun, with even rumors of Ma Lin and others in the Qinghai civilian governorship harboring sympathies to the Christian general Feng Yujiang in Shanghai. Who's not the person who's running things right now, but it's somebody in there. While there is no real proof behind this claims, this doesn't stop Ma Lin's niece and military governor of Qinghai, Ma Bufang, from organizing against her. Stirrings of a coup from Bufang to consolidate the civilian and military governorships under him have popped up now and again, with suspicious meetings between Bufang and others in the council, with their purpose remaining unknown. Lin sees Bufang as his primary threat to his governorship and has been very cautious to let him gain leverage over him. By the end of Lin's address, the council was mixed with cheers and eerie silence. The silence grows. Political power 10%. Ma Lin will increase her control over Qinghai by 5%, and this will lead to a change in the popularity of social conservatism by 2%, which we're going to get more into later. Okay. Now, is there something that actually shows... See, we've got the occupied territories. No, that ain't it. Whoa, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. So, in the meantime, let's get trying to recruit some more divisions. Let's see, we have an artillery-based one here, and we have regular cavalry. Let's try to get... Wow. Okay, we can maybe get one of these out if we're lucky. But I think the way this war is going to have to be won. Totalist Charter. Is that Darjeeling? People must predict the madness. I think the key to winning this war is going to be to knock out one or the other between Mongolia and Tibet first, and I think our best bet might be to go after Mongolia. Edward just got crowned king. Another sneeze is coming. Whoa! Excuse me, it was because of a bright light. Oh, sure, that sounded so sexy to y'all. It's just, oh, conquering history games. Sneeze obnoxiously in my ear more. Oh. So, anyway, yeah, we still seem to be dragging a little bit on the 5-speed. This is a recurring problem. It's been happening sometimes during live streams too. Okay, so when we get to midnight again, we're going to do a Mississippi count, and I'm so sorry to have so many cuts in the first episode, but I might have to do another one to figure out what the heck is going on here. So, get to midnight, then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. This is completely unacceptable. I've had late games in Hearts of Iron 4 where it's like 6 Mississippis at most. So, clearly something is wrong here. Okay, I've gone through several things, and I think I kind of have a sense of, as you can see, for one thing, things are already moving slightly faster, it looks like, on the calendar. But also, I've found a more fundamental reason for why my CPU is running a little slow. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have to restart my computer. But in the meantime, we're going to finish this episode. I'm going to do the regular 30 minutes. We're going to read some events. If there's anything not happening, I'll cut it and come back till the episode count is at a full 30 minutes. Thank you very much for your patience. I know this is for your patience. I know this is a strange first episode for my series. Okay, the collapse of the Zhili authority has come, and at just the wrong time for the Ma family sphere. With Fuxiang's health only worsening by the day, she has been forced to put strenuous amounts of effort to keep the peace between her niece Ma Hongbin and her own daughter Ma Hongguo. Hongbin, who is generally considered the more experienced of the two, was mostly raised by Fuxian herself due to his father Ma Fulu's death in 1900 during the Boxer Rebellion. So, just to kind of as a reminder, so this is Hongguo, and then wait, which one's? I honestly have sometimes remember. Okay, then Hongbin, Ma Hongbin is her, right here. So it's basically one of our field marshals and one of our generals. This is the niece right here. Hongbin, who is generally considered the more experienced of the two. Okay, I already read that part. She is seen as a calm and moderate woman in a similar vein to her uncle by considering the words of her advisors and being what is seen as politically flexible depending on the situation. Ma Hongguo, who is currently set to be the new governor of Gansu once Fengjiang passes away, is seen as the more extreme alternative, possibly the most anti-socialist in the government and staunchly loyal to the Qing to a fault. Many see her as a loose cannon that can back her harsh words with a fierce fighting force. The similarities between Hongguo and Hongbin are few, and as such, conflict often. Without any ability to solidly intervene in any conflict between the two, once Fuxiang passes with a lack of central authority, Fuxiang has put much work into ending conflict between the two, but many don't see it having any real effect. Meanwhile, in Qinghai, tensions only continue to rise between the Lin and Bufang cliques, who are trying to court officials to their side. With the lack of central authority, Bufang is free to make her move with little to no legal repercussions. This is the worst timing, so this is going to activate a couple of missions. And, wait, hold on a sec. Political power minus 25%, stability minus 5%. Activates mission, Bufang makes her move. Activates mission, Council Defection. The struggle for Qinghai begins. And then Bufang is here. This is Ma Bufang, and then Lin is well, I think Lin's actually not on the board, but okay. So clearly, this is what's going on here between the going forward and staying put, and also the other path over there. All right. So now the wars in China are going to begin. It's going to blow up, and that'll really do a number on the... Actually, no, again, things seem to be going a little faster now. Let's do Mississippi again. Yeah, Marshal Wu Pei Fu is backing Anqing. Okay. So, let's do a Mississippi count when we get to midnight again. So, turnover. Oh, so much is happening. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. Okay, so it's already getting a bit faster, but like I said, I'm going to reset my PC, and then we should be going even quicker soon. Okay, so the Qinghai struggle. The Southern Ma clique that currently reigns over Qinghai is in the midst of a rather intense family feud between Ma Lin and Ma Bufang. While there is yet to be outright fighting between the two factions, the standoff between uncle and nephew has become a war of influence, with both sides attempting to court over other family members to their side, along with earning the people of Qinghai's trust. Ma Lin currently controls 63% of the Jingning Council, while Ma Bufang effectively controls 37%. So, what do we got here? We can ask Feng Yu Jiang, who's the Christian general that's in the Shangji clique, for some help. It'll cost 20 to do that. Lin and his clique still hold sympathies for his cause and wish to establish connections with him. Whether or not he'll accept is another question. So that'll be for Ma Lin to petition for military aid. We can hold a meeting in the Jingning Council. Lin, while not admired by some in the council, still needs to be respected. Summoning a meeting among the council could earn him some respect that he very much needs right now, but it also provides a chance for Bufang to turn it around and dominate the conversation. So that could go either way. That's only 15 political power. Then there are public donations. Taking some of Lin's personal money and donating it to the people of Jingning can help not only gain the sympathy of the people, but some within the council as well. So that'll just give us straight up 5% and also increase the stability. Of course, that's expensive. We also can coordinate a speech. Respect for our regime is desperately needed as Bufang continues to make his own moves. And a speech discussing, that's misspelled, current issues and how Lin will solve them could earn some respect for us. When this is done, Ma Lin will get 5% control, and it'll increase the popularity of the social conservatives. We also have Bufang makes his move here. This will happen in 295 days if Ma Fuxiang is not the current country leader, and Bufang has 55% or more control over Qinghai. This will be aborted if we do not own Jining. All the following must be true. Current ruling party is National Populist. Ma Bufang reigns in Qinghai. If it's not completed in 250 days, we'll get the event Ma Lin's plot against Ma Bufang, and if it is completed, we'll get Ma Bufang seizes the Jingning Council. We also have this council defection here. Bufang has begun her maneuvers once again within the council, using threats, bribes, and vicious rumors to gain favor. She can be expected to continue this activity until the issue of the governorship is finally settled. If not selected within 25 days, Ma Bufang will increase her control over Qinghai by 3%. It's going to cost stability, and it's going to increase the popularity of the National Populists by 2%. When selected, there's going to be 2% stability gained, and it also costs 30 political power. So we've got 54 to play with right now, but also there seems to be a sense that this is not going to change anytime soon. So basically, are we going to be Ma Bufang's little pog champ and help her? I think we're going to. Yeah, because, come on. Of course we are. So, we could start the meetings in the Jingning Council, because those could go either way. I'm also... No, that's party popularity. So, our stability right now is at exactly 50%. This is something else to consider. So if we go lower than 50%, even if we just go 1% down, we're going to then be able to send in the army, which will be a way for half a year to increase our weekly stability by half a point every week. So it could kind of end up being a net gain if we played things right. Of course, we'd have to spend the political power to do it. But if we were to maybe do some things during the Qinghai struggle that brought our stability down, and then we send in the army so we get net gain. But then there's the other things to consider as well. But so basically, in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and get started on dealing with this Qinghai struggle. And like I said, if I haven't put it up yet, keep an eye out for my MaClick guide, where I'm going to, explain how this is done. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to do it correctly when I go through. I might go through this blind and then just make the save files so I can go back on my own time and figure it out later, like how to get everything that I would want ideally. But in any event, I'm Conquering History Games. I hope that you are excited for this series. Sorry about the constant clips during this first episode. I usually don't do that, but in the next one, I think we're going to also be moving a little bit faster. So I'll see you then. Please be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you'll always be notified whenever a new video in this series goes up. See you later.